I remember I was just getting very sick and skinny, and I was always thirsty and hungry, so I went to the doctors and I was diagnosed that day.
One of Lindsey's friends had diabetes, but it wasn't until it really affected us that we really learned what this was going to be doing to our family.
It took me a long time to be able to check my blood and do my shots by myself. So when I was diagnosed in 4th grade, my dad would come to lunch every day and check my blood and do my shot for me.
In the beginning, she played AAU basketball, so I didn't want her having to stress out about basketball practice and worrying about the diabetes. So I took care of the diabetes, she took care of the basketball.
When we would have practice, he would sit in there and have, my tester and some low blood sugar stuff there just in case anything happened.
I definitely think it was a family effort.
Before coming to Damascus High School, I wanted to be very honest about diabetes, so I let my coaches know right up front that I had diabetes and what it was.
When I first found out that she had diabetes, that even after speaking with her dad and her mom a little bit, I still had some nerves because I knew that something could go wrong or something could happen where I needed to make sure I was aware of what I was doing and what she needed.
Before practice, I would check my blood, and I want my blood sugar to be over 200 or around 200. If that's where my blood sugar was, I didn't have to worry about getting low during a practice or during a game.
She always had something there, and when she needed it, basically if we're in practice, she would give me a little signal like, give me a minute, and literally it was a minute or less.
I don't think diabetes set any limitations on what I could and couldn't do. I never let it control my life, and I just worked hard.
She was an all-county player. She and one other girl are still, to this day, the only two that have gotten full Division I scholarships.
There's not too many girls that go and play Division I basketball and more or less have diabetes. So she was able to do that, go to all the practices, do all the weight training, and at the same time keep her diabetes under control.
She was a captain her senior year in college, which, if you're on a Division I team getting a full ride and you're a captain of that team, you're doing something right.
When I graduated from Monmouth, I came back here and I'm the head JV coach at Damascus High School.
Without thinking to herself, I am a role model, she acts like a role model. And that's even better because she does it without even thinking that she needs to.
Sometimes you think, oh, I don't want to do the sprint, I don't want to keep pushing through, but if you think about Lindsey's situation, she's really strong, and through her situation, you're able to keep going and keep pushing.
We had a kid at basketball camp one year who was a diabetic, and that was Lindsey's person.
I know what it's like to be out on the floor and have to worry about something else other than just basketball.
She takes pride, in the fact of what she's done and accomplished. And if there was anything she could do to come up with a cure, she'd obviously do it in a minute.
A cure for Lindsey would just be the greatest gift I could ever get. It's not a day goes by that we just don't worry about her.
She wouldn't have to carry around all her diabetes stuff.
I wouldn't have to always worry about when the next time I'm going to eat is, what I'm going to eat. I won't have to worry about always having a tester with me or a Gatorade.
I think a cure for Lindsey would be just immense, just simply because of the time and effort that she and her family have put into raising money, raising awareness, and just, when you go through something as much as she has,
Every day there's new discoveries and we get closer and closer, and I do honestly feel like we're getting close to a cure.